Does your service four-wheel drive light come on like this? I think this is a switch problem. I'll try to zoom in here so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, that switch comes on periodically. Doesn't seem to be causing any problem. When you turn off the car, it may go away for months at a time. And from what I understand, it's this set of switches right here have some bad solder connections on the back. So I may try to pull this apart and re-solder those connections. Truck's sitting in the driveway here, and I'm going to try to take this bezel off the dash. And because I'm trying to get at this switch here, which I'm going to try to repair. So if you hear trucks or cars driving by, it's because I'm sitting in the driveway. So let's try to pull this bezel off. I've seen this done on some other YouTube videos. It looked fairly easy. So far it is. Okay, it's loose. Put the steering wheel or the gear shift out of the way. As you can tell, my driveway is at an angle. I'm going to reposition this camera. Okay, the bezel came off really easy. I think this switch just clips in, and I'm going to try to open up the switch because I think the repair is a solder connection. I may have to get a screwdriver to get this out. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to need something more than just my fingers, I think. Nope, there it is. Oh, there's the little clips to hold that in. Get a little portable screwdriver tool thing in my pocket here. Let's use it to undo the clips. Okay, there's one plug. Okay, there's a switch. I'll see if I can figure out how to take this apart and re-solder the connections. I've got the switch here and I'm going to try to take it apart. It looks like there's little clips on the side that hold the front onto the back, so I'm going to just see if I can get this to come apart. Maybe easier said than done. I may have to get several screwdrivers in here to get them all undone. There's one side. There. Looks like there's a light. Just plastic to route the light. Looks like there's a little rubber thing to make contact. Okay, so that I'm just going to leave in place. So it looks like there's a circuit board in here with some contacts that come out to these connectors. So I'm just going to go ahead and touch my soldering iron to all these contact points and see if I can't get it to make good contact again. In fact, this board looks like it's held in with little clips. Yeah, it looks like it's held in there tighter. I don't want to risk breaking it. I think all it is these solder connections. So let me go ahead and get the soldering iron heated up and I'll reflow those connections. I've got the soldering iron heated up here and I'm going to clean off the tip. I would just like to use a piece of paper towel and wipe off the old solder and then re-tin it a little bit with some solder just to keep it nice and clean. I'm just going to go ahead and reflow each one of these joints. Just heat it up enough to get the solder to flow with a little bit of brush solder. And if we have a cracked solder joint, that should take care of it. There's one connector. Not perfect solder joints, but they're better. You can see that. So I've reflowed all these connections that go to the circuitry, or the external circuitry. I may go ahead and redo all these little LEDs. So these LEDs I think are for the different modes you're in. These two lights are incandescent lights. Those are the backlit lights for when you're driving at night. So let me go ahead and resolder these other connections and we'll put it back together. I've finished reflowing all the connections on all the little LEDs as well. And as you noticed probably in the last shot, I went ahead and took off that rubber contact piece just so I wouldn't damage it when I was soldering. I looked at the back side of this and it has little metal contacts embedded in there. Let's put this back on. May have to work this a little bit to get it in because this little rubber stopper things have to go through these holes and seat down in there. Okay, that's back on. Let's put the little light dispersion unit. Okay, and then let's put this switch housing back on. I was trying to make sure that I've got this positioned correctly this way or this way, and you can tell because the LEDs are on one side and the lights on the switches are on that same edge, and then the top for the four-wheel drive is at the top here, so I know it goes back on this way. So it should just snap back together. Okay, it should be ready to reinstall. And hopefully that's fixed it. I won't know because that light only comes on periodically, maybe every month, maybe every 4 months. It's just unpredictable. Anyway, I'll go reinstall it and go from there. Back out of the truck, I'm gonna reinstall this. And if you look at these plugs, they only go in one way. There's a clip on the side that you can tell it goes in that direction. Same with this one. In fact, it may be keyed where, yeah, it'll only go in one direction. Okay, plugs are reinstalled. Let's go ahead and put this back in. That's all there is to that. Let's put the bezel back on. Now, let's see here, I'm going to have to put the gear shift down again. Hopefully the truck doesn't move on this incline. Line back up correctly. Okay, that's it. I wanted to give you one last shot here, showing that everything works. I'm in two-wheel drive right now, high. If I press four-wheel high, it works. So now it's in, that little light shows it's in four-wheel drive high. I can go back to two-wheel drive. And I've already tested the four-wheel drive low, but you've got to be in neutral really on a level surface, so I'm on this incline on the driveway, so I'm not going to show that. Anyway, it all works again, and hopefully it's good. Thanks for watching. Bye.